Hi, everybody. My name is Mrs. Sacha, and I work in the Office of School Improvement, and I work with all the instructional coaches that are out at your school. Today, I'm going to read a book to you called Who Would Win? Wolverine versus Tasmanian Devil. The reason I picked this is because I noticed you've been listening to a lot of fiction books. So those are stories that are made up. And I thought what might be nice is to hear some nonfiction. So books that give you some information and that are true. So I thought I'd read one of those to you today. I also picked this book because I have 3 sons and they used to love these books when they were young. The way it works is you need to make a prediction. You need to guess right now if the Wolverine and the Tasmanian Devil got into a fight, who would be the winner? Any idea? Take a minute to think about it. Okay, well, let's read and let's see who wins. So, who would win? Wolverine versus Tasmanian Devil. And this is written by Jerry Pallotta. He is one of my favorite authors. And if you like what I read to you, check him out on YouTube because he's actually read others of these. They have ones about the tiger versus the lion, the shark versus the killer whale. So you can see all these battles and find out who wins the battles if you check him out on YouTube. And also, if you like this book, whenever we can get back to the library, you can find some more because there's lots of these. What would happen if a Wolverine came face to face with a Tasmanian Devil? What if they had a fight? Who do you think would win? So, this says the scientific name of Wolverine is Gulo Gulo. And I might not be saying that right, but meet the Wolverine. Its scientific name means glutton. A glutton is someone who eats a lot. A mammal is a warm-blooded animal with fur that gives milk to its young. And you maybe have heard that in science class before. Well, a wolverine is a mammal. These are some nicknames for the wolverine: skunk bear, nasty cat, quick hatch, mountain cat. Well, wolverines are mammals, like I mentioned, and a wolverine is not a small wolf. It is in the weasel class of animals. A wolverine grows to be about 3 feet long and weigh up to 40 pounds. Now, this guy over here, this is the Tasmanian Devil. So meet the Tasmanian Devil. A Tasmanian Devil is a type of mammal called a marsupial. It grows to be 2.5 feet long and weigh up to about 25 pounds. So his nickname can be the Taz, the Butcher, or the Bear Devil. So if you listen carefully, this guy is 3 feet long and can be up to 40 pounds. And this guy is about 2.5 feet long and can weigh up to 25 pounds. So this guy's bigger. These are other animals that are in the weasel family: the ferret, the honey badger, the least weasel, the marten. Some of these I haven't even heard of before. And wolverines, they want you to know, this interesting fact is that they do not hibernate. So they don't sleep through the winter. Other marsupials are the kangaroo, the koala, the wallaby, the wombat, and the quail, or the quail. So if you don't get it right first, reread it, and maybe it'll get a little easier for you. So they want, oh, this is interesting. They tell you little facts and little interesting things in these little boxes. So it's always important to look at those. But the fact on this page says that the Tasmanian wolf is an extinct marsupial. Do you know what extinct means? That means there's no more left on this earth. So, but that's the Tasmanian wolf, not the Tasmanian devil. So let's keep looking. So now it's going to tell you about where these animals live. Wolverines live in cold climates, such as North America, Northern Asia, Northern Europe, and Northern Europe. Wolverines love mountains, snow, ice, and glaciers. So if you look, it even gives you a map. I think this is so cool. So it shows you where, in the red, it shows you where you could find wolverines. And that says Wolverine territory right there. So there's no wolverines in the southern hemisphere. Do you know what hemispheres are? So here's the equator, and right above the equator is the northern hemisphere, and then right below it is the southern hemisphere. All right, so now they're going to tell you where those Tasmanian devils live at. And guess what it's called, that country? Or actually, yeah, the country is called Tasmania. So they're named after where they're found. So Tasmanian devils live in Tasmania. Tasmania is an island off the southeast coast of Australia. They live in coastal scrubland and eucalyptus forests. So if you look, it's right down below Australia is where you can find them. And I love how this book, it colors it red for where those animals live. So I don't think we have Tasmanian devils around where we live in Akron, Ohio, which is in North America. All right, so this is, have you ever heard of an adjective? An adjective is a word that describes something. So wolverines are described in this way. These are adjectives that would describe them: brutal, tenacious, ferocious, merciless, mysterious, powerful, determined, volatile. And it even gives you a suggestion that you could use a dictionary to look up these words if you didn't know what they would mean. A Tasmanian devil over here, this is how he's described: loud, vicious, nasty, relentless, shy, fierce. And it also tells you you could try to spell these words. So I could close the book and try to spell it after I read it. All right. So, I don't know. Looking at these adjectives, there's a lot more, I guess, tougher words to describe the Wolverine. I don't know if that means that he's going to win, but we'll see. So now look at the teeth and the jaws of these two animals. So here is a skull of the Wolverine. No one wants to get bitten by a Wolverine. Look at his back teeth. They are perfect for crushing bones. These are the jaws of a Tasmanian devil. When they bite, they don't let go. So anybody want to change what they're thinking about who's going to win based on these pictures? Let's keep going. Actually, this is interesting. This says that the Tasmanian devil is a carnivore. Do you know what a carnivore is? A carnivore eats meat. All right, now they're talking about bite strength. So if the Wolverine and a great white shark were the same size, the Wolverine would have a stronger jaw. So that surprises me because I see a lot of TV shows and things on, Shark Week where it scares me. Sharks scare me. So to think that the Wolverine would have a stronger jaw than the shark, that's amazing. Now this page says if the Tasmanian devil and the tiger were the same size, the Tasmanian devil would have the stronger bite. So look at that. That surprises me too, that he has a stronger bite right here than this guy. So favorite foods, let's see what they eat. A Wolverine's favorite foods are most animals that live in its area. So up in, remember where we said the northern hemisphere? So rabbits, mice, sheep, caribou, lynx, and cows. And then they show pictures of all those different animals that it likes to eat for its meal. And then over here, the Tasmanian devil's foods are wombats. Look at this cute little guy. Possums down here, and wallabies. Claws. A wolverine has impressive claws. It has no problem digging dens, making snow caves, or shredding logs. This fact says even large animals know that a wolverine has deadly claws. So they know to stay away from wolverines. Look at those things. Now look at this, the Tasmanian devils. So the Tasmanian devil also has long claws that are great for digging. 4 claws point forward and 1 claw points to the side like a thumb. They can pick food up. So that's interesting. The Tasmanian devil only has 4 toes on each hind foot. So these are his front. This is what he has up front. And then in the back, wow. In the back, he's got 4 toes. And then it also says here that his hind legs, have you ever heard of hind legs? So just like your behind is in the back, your hind legs are the legs that are in the back on a 4-legged animal. Okay. All right, so now we talk about fur. In North America, wolverines are a threatened species. Humans have slowly been moving into their territory, and wolverines need a lot of space. Wolverines have been hunted by fur trappers for hundreds of years. They have warm, beautiful fur. So if you look at their fur, that you can see why hunters go after them, which is sad, right? That's no good reason to kill an animal. And then the tail of the wolverine is soft and fluffy. It does not protect it in a fight. You know how some animals have this tail that has little different things on it that can help protect it? Well, this is a soft, fluffy tail, so that's not going to help him very much. And it does not protect in a fight, but guess what it does do? It keeps it warm in sub-zero weather. Do you know what sub-zero weather means? Below zero. So he lives in cold temperatures. So the fur on the Tasmanian devil, actually, oh, that's sad. Tasmanian devils are also an endangered species, so there's not many out there. There's no commercial market for Tasmanian devil fur, but the Tasmanian devils were hunted for years because they killed animals that fur trappers wanted. So do you understand that? They got killed because the hunters were trying to catch other animals, and that's what the Tasmanian devil eats. So they would kill them because of that. So it shows the fur here. The Australian government paid people to kill Tasmanian devils in 1930. So that was a while ago. That was 70 years ago. The bounty, and bounty is how much they'd pay them for it, for a dead Tasmanian devil was 25 cents. So I doubt they still do that. Oh, here, it even tells me in these fun little facts that Tasmanian devils have been protected since 1941. So when they used to pay people for them, for killing them, that was before that. So now they're protected. And especially because now it's on the endangered species list. The Tasmanian devil stores fat in its tail. A Tasmanian devil with a skinny tail is an unhealthy animal. Wolverine legends. In sub-zero weather, a wolverine has no problem climbing up a steep, icy mountain. When tagged by scientists, So that's when scientists study them and they watch them. Wolverines were found to be able to hike over 80 miles over hilly terrain in one day. Tasmanian devil lore. Their scream has been described as horrifying. Book intruder. The honey badger is mad. Why can't he be in this book? A honey badger can grab a cobra and rip its head off. It would not fear a Wolverine or a Tasmanian devil. It wouldn't fear anything. So, who's the toughest? Look at all those different animals. So here, this is giving you a little bit more information to predict who's going to win the contest. So here is how they all look similar. In North America, the Wolverine is considered the toughest animal for its size. Many people from Australia say that pound for pound, the Tasmanian devil is the toughest animal in the world. And that is quite a compliment because Australia and Tasmania have some of the rugged animals on earth. And people in Africa, that's where this honey badger is from. People in Africa say that the honey badger is the toughest animal. How could they ever meet? Well, then let's look and see who's the fastest. Well, a Wolverine can run 30 miles per hour, which is faster than a human. Ugh. The safest way to catch a Wolverine is with a long box trap. This tells you that Tasmanian devils can run about 16 miles per hour. So if you look at these numbers, this one can go 30 miles per hour. This animal, the Taz, can only go 16, so he's slower. It says the safest way to catch a Tasmanian devil is through a PVC pipe trap. So he crawls in to get bait, like they put some food in there, so he'll crawl in like a steak. And then if he crawls in, you can shut that, and then that's how you could keep them. So here we go. Let's see. The Wolverine and the Tasmanian devil meet. The Tasmanian devil lets out a scary screech. The loud noise frightens the Wolverine. He takes a step back. The Wolverine is puzzled by the Tasmanian devil's scream. Then the Wolverine realizes that the Tasmanian devil makes a lot of noise, but takes no action. He charges at the Tasmanian devil, knocking him down. The Wolverine swipes the Tasmanian devil's face. The Tasmanian devil stops screaming. His face hurts. The Wolverine claws at him again. They wrestle back and forth, trying to bite each other. The Wolverine has longer legs and claws. He scratches the Tasmanian devil again. Ouch! The Tasmanian devil has trouble seeing. The Wolverine bites him. The Wolverine bites him and bites him again. The Wolverine wins. This time, the Tasmanian devil is no match for the Wolverine. So, did you predict right? Did you think it was going to be the Wolverine that won? And if you did, you predicted correctly. But either way, you found out some cool information about some unique animals. So thanks for listening, and I hope to see you soon. I hope we're all back together as soon as possible.